Shalom. It's the brother Kalaya coming at you with a quick lesson. Before I get started, I'd like to give all glory, honors, and prayers unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom. And Salakia in advance. If I sound funny, Jake just getting over the fucking flu, man. This devil is a fucking mad scientist, you know. But needless to say, just kind of want to go into a lesson. I was watching the brother's lesson quite some time ago, probably I think it was maybe Tuesday. Had to been Tuesday. And pretty much the brother was just showing a compilation of clips of what was going on in the world. And he ended off the compilation with a Jake, a so-called Negro, basically blaspheming the Lord, calling the Lord out his name, cursing the Most High, and it was all in the name of if the Lord knew all of these things, if he's all-knowing, if he knew all of these things were going to happen, why didn't he, intervene? Why is he allowing innocent people to die, things of that nature? So I just kind of wanted to land back off that brother video, and we're going to kind of get down, to the meat of things. So I'm going to start off with the Amos real quick. And it's Salakia again, man. I'm not all the way shaking back. This Amos 3:6, and it reads, "Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in a city, and the Lord had not done it?" You see, ultimately showing you, the Lord, he do evil, man, and he do good. Okay, so when you see different natural disasters, earthquakes, tsunamis, tornadoes, hurricanes, floods, freezes, the Lord is in control of all of that. All right. According to Sirach, the 39th chapter, which I have that, right? I guess now would be the perfect time to get it. But nevertheless, the Lord control all of those things, man. All of the elements, all of the issues of debt. You see, the Lord deals with all of the issues of debt. All right. Believe it's right. Yeah. Okay, this is Sirach, the 39th chapter, and 28, and it reads, "There be spirits created." It's like it. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, right? So there's a specific purpose in which these things were created, right? We understand that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, he is the father of spirits, right? He created these things to ensue vengeance upon those that impose him, man. All right. It says, "Which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them." All right. So despite how, gruesome it may be, or how horrific, I'm not sure about other brothers, but I'm into gore. All right. Different websites that show gore and war clips, things of that nature, right? Because you have to understand that America has been softened in the things that these third world countries, go through is more or less like the ancient world, right? The people here in America have been weakened. So getting a healthy dose of, seeing blood and guts, that's important, especially, the times in which we're going into now, right? We're going into a time where it says there was not a time on the earth, all right, ever. There was never a time like this before. That's Jacob's trouble, man. All right. The book of Daniel, 12:1. Let me read this out. It says, verse 29, this backing up, the point I was making. Fire and hail and famine and death. All of these were created for vengeance. All right. So the elements, okay, famine, all right, the lack of food, right, starvation, okay, and death. Death in the whole is created for vengeance. All right, we're going to get it in the book of Job. All right, we die because we sin. That's the whole, mathematic equation behind death. We die because sin. All right. Verse 30, it says, teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction. They shall rejoice in his commandment, and they shall be ready upon earth when need is. And when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word. All right. So these spirits that have been created, whether it was the teeth of wild beasts, I just saw a video in China where a snow leopard was carrying off a guy who was skiing at a resort, and it was eating him. That wasn't just a coincidence. No, the Lord sanctioned a spirit, all right, to get on that wild beast, okay, and to tear his ass up in front of the whole resort, man. All right. It says they shall rejoice in his commandment. So they glad, all right, when they get the commandment, all right, because this is what they were created for, to ensue vengeance. It says, and they shall be ready upon earth when need is. And when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word. All right, so there's nothing separating these spirits of vengeance from completing their mission. There's not a soul on earth that can plead, beg, bribe, all right? There's not a soul on earth that could do that, man. You see? When your time come, your time just come, man. The Lord never tried to attempt kill anybody. He don't do attempts. If you got away from a life-threatening situation, all right, if you got out of a situation by the skin of your teeth, sort of say, like they say in the world, all right, ultimately, that was because the Lord, got your ass out of that situation. He didn't want it to go down like that. All right. But let me stay on track with how I had them in order. All right. Let me get this Genesis. Just to go back to what that guy was saying. He was saying pretty much, why would the Lord allow this? Why would he allow the earth to be in chaos like this? Because right now you have pestilence, right? Esau coming out with all of these man-made diseases, right? These different sicknesses. You got World War III on the brink, right? They're talking about going into Iran, man. They're talking about bombing Iran, which, those that are in the know, we understand that once they go into Iran, man, we so close to home, it ain't funny, man. That's how we know, this devil, he's frantic right now. He's making moves, all right, in real time. All right, he's literally moving at hyperspeed. Okay? But this is Genesis 6 and 5, and it